Hello everybody, my name is Necroxis, and unlike WoW Stuff, we're going to be reacting to an Overwatch animated short today. I've done this with the last few ones. I think the last one we had was Reinhardt. But before I go any further, I want to do something real quick. I don't really ever advertise it. I just kind of have the link there in case anyone sees it. But in my About page on my channel, the front of my channel on YouTube, if you go to About on the tab, I do have a donate thing to my PayPal, and just randomly last night I had a donation from someone named Thon P. I don't want to say your whole name, but there was no like Twitter or email back or any other way to contact you to thank you for your donation. So I figured this is the biggest platform that I have. I already thanked you on Twitter, but I figure, hey, I might as well do it on here as well. So anyway, this new Overwatch animated shorts, like I said, I do like the Overwatch story. I just kind of wish it was actually in the game. But this one is about D.Va. I do know that. That's the only thing that I know. It is called Shooting Star, and I think the last one that we saw was about Reinhardt, I believe. And that one was really sad. So let's see what this one is. All that I really know about D.Va story-wise is she was a StarCraft pro player, because StarCraft is canon in the Overwatch world. As is Hearthstone. I don't know if Heroes is. I'm not sure. Probably not, because there are heroes. Yeah, there wouldn't be, because there are heroes from Overwatch in Heroes. So, either way, this is called Shooting Star, and we're going to begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to another episode of Shooting Star. Today, we set our sights on Busan, home of the esports champion turned ace pilot D.Va.
Oh yeah, this is the new map.
At just 19, she's become a national hero. Only last week, she risked her life again, defending the city from the Kishinomniks. She and the Mecha Squad took a few hits, but they pulled off another victory. Now, D.Va is celebrating with some hard-earned glitz and glamour.
Hey Hana, shouldn't you be out signing autographs or something?
Hottest spots in the city, eating the finest foods, and hanging out with other superstars. But life wasn't always like this for you.
I wonder what glitz and glamour tastes like. Hey, why aren't we on leave with the rest of the squad? I could use a little glitz and glamour in my life, you know?
It's overrated, Taehyun. This is where the magic happens.
Taehan, is that his name?
It's like how we used to stay up late and work on your hover bike.
You mean the one you wrecked?
Really? You still mad about that? We won the race.
Yeah, and you almost killed yourself.
Enjoy.
You beat the Kishin. They won't be back for months. You need a break.
I can't see anything! I'm hit! I can't.
Hana?
We barely won last time. The enemy is out there, adapting and getting stronger. The rest of the squad, the country, they're all counting on me. If I make a mistake and the Kishin get through us, we lose everything. I need to finish the tests.
Stop putting it all on yourself. It's okay to ask for help.
I've got this. Really.
Command says we're in the clear. But hey, what the... That can't be right. It's too soon.
Oh, we get to see other Omnics from other places now. Nice. Defense Matrix.
Whoa. D.Va engaging.
Hey! You can't do it alone!
Activating defense matrix.
Oh, it never occurred to me that's how Defense Matrix would work. I guess I'm stupid.
They're splitting up!
I see it.
these are cool-ass Omnics. God, they need to make an animated show.
Get to cover and wait for reinforcements.
They won't get here in time.
The last one's heading for the city.
I'm on it.
Does he not have a mech? Did I miss them saying it's like just a dude that does repairs or something? A mechanic? Are we gonna see her with her gun by herself?
I can't stop this thing.
Blow it up, blow it up.
Taehyun, I need your help.
Really? Okay. Okay, the reactor's getting unstable, so you can't stay out there for too long or you'll blow the whole thing. Weapon systems
Yeah,
are offline.
the
and,
reactor.
the cooling
We could
system is-
overload it, just like the hoverbike.
What? Are you crazy? This isn't a stupid race!
I know. If we don't do this, thousands of people will die.
Okay, buy me some time.
Let's do it.
Yeah! The first time she does self-destruct.
I got it! The reactor's going critical. You have 60 seconds until it blows.
That's not fast enough. We'll be in the city.
Hana?
Trust me, Daehyun. I'll see you at the finish line.
And Hana died from hitting the water that high up.
Hana! Stay with me, Hana. I'm here. I'm right here.
Come on, Hana, you're not hitting that hot man meat that always wants to be around you?
After the recent surprise attack, incredibly, thanks to D.Va, no one was injured.
She stopped the Kishin single-handedly, and authorities confirm she emerged without a scratch. She's currently enjoying some time off to celebrate her victory. In other news,
Oh man, this time off is great, isn't it?
What's not to like? There's delicious food and drinks
Yeah.
and good friends. The kind that are always there for you when you need them most.
Right. And seeing as I helped save the city, how about getting me on the VIP list for one of those fancy restaurants you always go to?
You know, I think you've been watching too many Holovids.
That was great. Not as emotional as Reinhardt, but it was still really cool seeing her do self-destruct on her mech for the first time. It's interesting. Again, timelines in this game's story, are very confusing. Because when does this take place? I'm sure people who are as knowledgeable about the Overwatch lore as I am about Warcraft already know, but while I am intrigued by the story of Overwatch, I'm not super invested into it again because it's not really in the game. And no, I don't count characters saying things to each other at the beginning of a match or bullet holes in the wall as game, Blizzard. No matter how much you want to try and pretend that, I'm never gonna let you live that down. That you actually said that you could see the story from the bullet holes in the wall and like who was here. Anyway, it's interesting because halfway through this, I was thinking, I wonder if that guy whose name I can't remember, Kishan, I don't know how to. The accent, I couldn't figure out how to pronounce it right. if he's going to be a new character. And then I was thinking, well, no, they don't really... Usually it's like a switcheroo. If they have a new character in an animated short, they won't become a hero. But then I thought, in Reinhardt's, Brigitte was in his, and she became a new hero. So I wonder if that... I was thinking that guy, the dude... I feel like they implied that he was on the team with Hana and the rest of her team. But maybe he's just like her mechanic? But she's also a mechanic, so I don't know. Maybe he does like the tech or like the programming or something. But you know, so he could be a new hero. It would be a new Asian hero. I could see Blizzard doing that because they haven't had one in ever, I think. D.Va was in launch, right? So they had D.Va, Hanzo, and Genji. I know that they're not all the same ethnicity, but they're, you know, of Asian descent. And I'm trying to think, is there another one I'm forgetting? Karazim is tangential to that, but not on the same level, I would say. Is that racist? I don't think it is. I mean, he takes a lot of Eastern inspiration in his design and his story, but he's not I wouldn't call him an Asian character. So yeah, it would be really interesting, especially after having like another human character after we had a stupid hamster in the game. But the one thing that's weird in Overwatch is it feels like I don't know how to say this without coming off like the kind of people that I don't like a lot, but it reminds me almost of like The Force Awakens, and you'll see what I mean when I make this comparison. If you ever watch Red Letter Media's review of Force Awakens, at the very end, there's like one of the last points that are made in the movie is that there's never like any romance in The Force Awakens. Everyone's just friends, and I feel like that in Overwatch. I mean, you know, Tracer has her girlfriend that you never see in the game and showed up in one comic, but are there like legitimate romances ever like directly shown in the game? There's a lot of implication things here and there, like Mercy and Genji have this weird relationship where, you know, she saved him, but there's also kind of like this weird, are they, or maybe he has a crush on her, or vice versa, some weird thing there. There's never like a full-blown relationship, and it'd be interesting to see if they did that for once, and I kind of would like to see that, because it, you know, you don't have to pair up everybody with another character, but it humanizes, I mean, as humans, you relate to characters who have emotional stakes with other characters. Romantic stakes, even. You know, characters who love another character, or who find another character attractive, or anything like that. And it just feels like Blizzard's so worried about offending somebody with Overwatch, Overwatch specifically, that they don't really want to do that. They want to do the safest possible thing, which is like, let's give Tracer a girlfriend that we see for like one panel in one comic, and then never shows up again, and then pat ourselves on the back for it. I'm not saying every single character needs to be, you know, trans, queer, whatever else. But could we see like some actual relationships between characters, like romantic relationships? I mean, if you want to flesh out the world a little bit more, I mean, I feel like you would. Namely, I'm just saying this because the model of that dude was nice looking, and I can't believe D.Va is not like interested in getting in on that, unless she also is a lesbian, but or bisexual, and or she's just not interested. Whatever, you know, that's also true. But again, it humanizes characters when you see them like fully fleshed out, and there are very few people. There are some people who, you know, are asexual, but they're very few, and it almost comes across like most of the characters in the story are written that way, just because they don't want to. I don't even know if it's that they don't want to offend people. It's just kind of they don't want to pursue that. But again, you know, compare that to Warcraft, who I don't think story is perfect by any big stretch of the imagination. But there are a lot of characters who have romances with other characters, and it humanizes them a lot. You know, Jaina and Caligos, Thrall and what's her face. Thrall and Agra. What's her face is more appropriate, and you know, everybody else. You know, Anduin's a big theme with Anduin right now. They brought it up in the book and also in a short story. So, you know, it's... I would go watch the Force Awakens review by Red Letter Media, if nothing, for no other reason, skip toward the end and see his discussion about why sexual romance in a story humanizes characters, because I think it's important to this story. But other than that, it's really I like seeing the different kind of Omnics this time. These are the more Asian Omnics. I'm wondering, I don't know enough about Overwatch lore off the top of my head to know if Korea is like a united Korea in this version. Is it North and South Korea still? I'm actually I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up right now, because South Korea is like a hugely popular StarCraft scene. So I'm wondering if Blizzard would be offensive. I wonder if Blizzard thought if it would be offensive if they had just a united Korea rather than a South Korea for that specific reason. I just want to look it up real quick. Overwatch Korea? Overwatch Wiki Korea. What's it? Let's just do Overwatch Wiki Korea. Because it is Korea, right? They showed Korea. Yeah, it's South Korea. Okay, cool. I was just curious. And that's where the new map is. Busan? I don't know how you pronounce it. Because I saw the map, too. And I was thinking, like, oh, so then D.Va is probably going to have her short. Because she's the only South Korean in the story. And unless they're making a new character, and they would have, I don't think they would announce it with a cinematic. But anyway. So yeah, it was nice seeing the new Omnics. Again, the fact that they don't show the story in the game bothers me, because I just want to know, like, the timeline of the universe, because they jump back and forth from the past to the present to, does the game itself even take place on the actual timeline of the universe? I don't know. I'm getting closer to leaning towards no, and I'm curious if Blizzard ever actually stated that, because there are characters who reference things that timeline-wise some characters shouldn't match up with each other, and it's very confusing. But I'm sure people who know more about Overwatch lore are going to scour that trailer and that new map for the hints at the new hero that's coming, because there's going to be some somewhere, because Blizzard loves to do that. But it would be cool to see that her friend. He doesn't have a mech then. I guess if he doesn't, then he's not going to be a hero, because was just a random Asian man who was the only person that Hana could have a back and forth with. But I don't know. I'm curious. So yeah, let me guys know what you guys thought about that in the comments below. I liked it a lot, as you could probably tell. Got me thinking about Overwatch. Every time I see these cinematics again, I want to do a deep dive into the story, but because it's not in the game, I don't. There's something in my brain where I'm like, if it's not in the game, I can't get invested in it, because I want some interaction with the story myself. I don't want to just hear Genji say something to Mercy when we're about to go to battle. I want to participate in the story. Does that make sense? Am I crazy? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go. But thanks for watching, guys. Tomorrow, right? Yeah, no. What is it? In 2 days from now, we're getting Ajara Warbringers. So excited for that. I just spit right on my monitor, so I'm going to go, because I have transitioned into gross. And, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Stay awesome. Thanks again for that donation, Thon P, to my PayPal. I don't really ever advertise it, but if you ever feel the need that you are entertained by something that I do here on this channel and you want to donate, it goes right to my PayPal. I only pick PayPal because it has the least fee. So for both donations and for myself, just because, it's just, I don't want to give PayPal a ton of money for them really doing nothing. That's literally the only reason. So, anyway, maybe one day I'll make a Patreon, but I probably would only do that once I would be like a bigger, if I ever became like a bigger channel. But anyway, I hate talking about stuff like that because I feel like it makes me feel dirty. So I'll see you guys later. Stay awesome. And yeah, Warbringers Ajara in 2 days. Super excited for that. But until then, stay awesome. Have a great rest of your week. And yeah, farewell.